but something about him felt off, horrible and muffled, echoed through the tower.
And sometimes the forest watches and waits.
And glares one last time, passing the younger ranger, whispering in his ear,
Leave while you still can kill.
It was a job like any other, a fire lookout in the remote forest, surrounded by miles of trees, silence and solitude. For someone who loved nature, it was a dream, until the dream became a nightmare. I had been a park ranger for a while, used to the quiet, used to the forest, but nothing could prepare me for what I was about to experience. The shift start night began with an old man began to shout, "No, I'm done. There's someone out there. Someone is stalking me." Boss reply, "Please just sit down. Let's talk about this. Old guard, number. You find someone else to do it? I quit. You'll see." The older man glares one last time, passing the younger ranger, whispering in his ear,
Leave while you still can kill.
The job seemed simple enough. It wasn't the first time I'd been in the woods alone, but something about that old man's words, they stuck with me. As the sun dipped below the horizon, I settled into the tower. I knew I'd be fine. The night was still, peaceful, almost too peaceful. Then sound begins. At first I thought it was nothing, just an animal. But as the minutes passed, the sound grew louder, almost like something or someone was running. I spotted him, a man alone in the woods. I figured he was just a lost camper. It wasn't uncommon, but something about him felt off. Ranger, "Hey, you lost? I can help." The man looks up, nodding as if nothing is unusual. Man, "Yeah, I'm trying to find the nearest campsite." I help him and get back to Watchtower. Just 20 minutes later, I heard it again. The sound of footsteps, too fast, too heavy. I looked down and saw him again, standing at the base of the tower. But this time, something wasn't right. The ranger calls down to the man, but the man doesn't respond. He looks up, eyes wide, confused. I shouted down to him, but he didn't even react. It was like he didn't hear me. That's when I decided to go down and check. When I reached the bottom, he turned to face me. But his face, it was gone. Just smooth, featureless skin. A hollow void. I ran as fast as I could. I barely made it inside the tower before he started coming up the stairs, stomping, each step louder than the last. The scream, horrible and muffled, echoed through the tower. Then the noise stopped. I dared to peek, but there was no one there. I turned to call for help, but then I saw it. The man, standing right outside the window. But it wasn't him. It was me. I walked closer to the window, and then it hit me. The man wasn't outside. He was me. The reflection. I had become him. No one knows what happened to the other ranger that night. Some say he still roams the woods. Others say he's trapped in the tower, just like the rest of us.
And sometimes the forest watches and waits.